Start and record. Get off phones.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna post it.
All right. We'll post it. Yeah, you can post it. All right, and it's starting to broadcast. Hold on, let me make this bigger. See, right now there's no viewers. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? We're at a Starbucks, so it might be noisy. I don't know if you guys can hear us. Post it up if you could hear what we're saying and hear what we're talking about. Circa, Zombie Mama, Elizabeth, and George is over there. He's hiding. Yeah. It's not supposed to be profanity. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we haven't broadcasted in a month. We've been so busy. My job just completely consumes me for the past month. It's toys, so we sell like crazy. Zombie Mama has to take hold of the household 100%, so she's super busy. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the last month. Some great stuff for us, bad stuff for the country. The stuff that happened in Connecticut, the Portland shootings, great stuff for us in the sense of my store being really successful. Zombie Mama's business being awesome, and meeting great people for them. It's been an awesome month. They recently had some very, very special. See? He's excited. He's happy. What we'll do today is we'll just kind of chit chat with them, have them tell their story of relationships. I mean, you know, that's one of the big things we're about, huh?
Wait, I'm posting the thingy. Yeah. Is this the right URL?
We're talking about URLs here. So for the 5 people that are out there, if you guys can tell us if you could hear us fine, that'd be great. That's what I'm trying to do. We met them through IG, through Instagram. You guys want to see? But
you met them what, through Instagram?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know this way before.
Well, no, I met them through Instagram. Yeah, you met them before.
Way back before
Way back. We're old girlfriend.
How's that work?
Well, we obviously met because of the bows. We each make accessories. And was it MySpace?
Yeah, it was MySpace.
MySpace. So that was 5 years ago.
That's like ancient.
5 years ago. So we've known each other for a very long time. We didn't get together. Until
July.
this year. This year, July. It was for the Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah.
That was the first time we ever met. And then, we've been inseparable since. We're always trying to find excuses to hang out. So we go way back a long time.
And you guys met because of the...
Hair accessories.
Okay, so we're loud and clear. We're good. They could hear us.
Okay.
There's no bad sound. So it's a cool little snowball microphone. It's got a sexual name, but it's not sexual at all. It's just a snowball.
Okay, butt plug.
That's what it should be called.
You're so gross.
Well, we'll pass it over to them. Kind of let them tell you their story of how they met, what they've been up to, what they do, because they're both pretty talented people.
Yeah.
So we'll toss it over. We kind of just hang out. Wait, the sun.
First.
Okay, where should I start? How we met.
Yeah.
What's your name? Wait, what's your name?
Oh, well, I'm George. This is Elizabeth. And we've been together for almost 7 years now. And the story's pretty crazy the way we met. I went to 3 different high schools. One of the high schools I went to, I met a girl. And I introduced her to one of my good friends that lives on my street, who I've known my whole life. And their relationship went sour, and before it went sour, she introduced me to Elizabeth, who lives, 10 miles away from me, who I would have never met, probably, were it not, would have been for her. But anyway, and it's crazy what happened. She got jealous and ended up coming and vandalizing my car, and I woke up and looked out the window, and sure enough, it was the girl who introduced me to my girl. Wow. And so she got hers back a little worse, and we ended up going to court. She took me to court and couldn't prove anything and lost, and it was just some teenage bullshit,
How old were you?
Like 18.
You were probably like 20 at the time.
I was 20, but it was still teenage bullshit.
But you were 17 when we met.
Yeah, I was 17 and she was 15. And
between all that time, she was like calling me and threatening me that she was gonna like and come to my house and F me up and all this stuff.
Anyway, yeah, it was crazy. And we went to court. She lost, and then she said, "Well, Judge, I believe she did that to me. I believe he did that to my car because I did it to him first." And as soon as she said that in court, I was like, "Oh man, you're gonna get sued back." So I countersued her. Fox TV picked it up, flew us to Texas, and we were on Christina's court.
You told us this story.
Me and my buddy Jaime. Elizabeth wasn't able to go, and the girl I was suing. And yeah, so that's how we met, and that's a little bit about us. But yeah, I mean, we've been together ever since. We've been living together now for the past year, which is crazy. I mean, it feels normal. Like, I'm not bored of her or annoyed or like I don't want to go fucking do shit without her. Like, I'm with her 24/7. But it doesn't get old. Like, I know I'm going to marry her. I asked her to marry her. But,
that's right.
Yeah, we've got a little dog, a little shop dog named Dr. Jones. He's at the shop right now waiting for us.
Staying warm.
Staying warm, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I'm a tattoo artist. I've been tattooing for, like, around the past 6 years. I kind of just picked it up on a whim. I got tattooed when I was 14 and a half, and I just kind of thought, hey, I think I can do that. So I bought my tattoo machine, and I, you know, had odd jobs here and there, and taught myself, and then went to my first shop and got hired. And he taught me the skills I needed to know that I had no idea about. And yeah, I mean, a few years later, I started doing it solely as my own job. That was all I did, and I've been doing it for probably about the past 4 years nonstop. Wow. Yeah, like no other job to help me out.
What would you do if you weren't tattooing?
If I wasn't tattooing, I mean, I've had so many bullshit jobs, like jobs that weren't professions. Like, I mean, the main focus was I like to work out, so I worked at a lot of gyms. I worked at Powerhouse Gym, Gold's Gym, and Fitness Unlimited, a boxing gym. So I'd probably be working at a gym.
That's what you would be doing.
Yeah.
Gym work.
I mean, only because it was easy and I could still have fun doing it. But I was a sales representative as well. But I mean, I just hate working for somebody else, and you couldn't really do anything. It was, you know, jobs suck ass.
They do.
Jobs suck fucking ass. Like, unless you're the boss like you, then it's cool, you know. But I wasn't gonna fucking climb my way up to the top. I don't have that in me. My work ethic sucks ass. I work when I want to work. I tattoo when I want to tattoo. And if I don't feel like tattooing, if you've got $500 in your hand and I'm not into it, I'm not gonna do it because it's not gonna come out right.
At least he's honest.
You know. And I'm super fucking lazy. Like, and I love to eat, as you can see in the Italian cheeks. And yeah, I mean.
Nice. So that's George in a quick nutshell.
Quick nutshell, yeah.
All right, let's talk to Elizabeth. How was your side of the story when you guys met?
More or less the same.
What was your thought about George when you first met him?
Well, before I ever met him, we talked on the phone.
Oh, okay.
I was such a fucking douchebag. Oh my god, I was such a bro, like, fucking stupid ass, I swear. Sorry for the profane language.
Yeah, he was pretty much that on the phone.
I was an
but I
asshole.
still wanted to meet him. I have no idea why, but I did. I met him.
Because the girls like the bad boys that are assholes.
A couple days later, he met me at a football game, and we just hung out and we talked for a couple hours, and we didn't see each other for 4 months, but we talked every day. And then when I finally saw him, it was January 9th, which is our anniversary coming up, and made it official, and we've been like together ever since.
Yep.
And what do you do?
I make hair accessories.
Nice. What's the name of your company? How'd you start?
It's called Hello Gorgeous Couture, and I started totally by accident. I would just buy others, and I didn't really like them, so I would change them up or add things to them or just be unhappy, and George was like, oh, why don't you make them? So I made them for myself, then he saw them, and I was like, oh my god, I have to start selling these. So I just did it. I picked a little spot. What do you call it? A vending spot at the Northridge Farmers Market.
She had like one little table.
I had one little table, 1 5-foot
She
table.
probably had 40 boats.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
Over 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And it went so well. And I was working at Sephora at the time, and every Wednesday I kept going back to the farmer's market. And then one show led to another and another and another. And then I started making more money doing hair accessories than Sephora, where I was extremely unhappy. And it just took over.
Bitches there. Well, they are. They're bullies.
And
Because you're pretty.
And then, yeah, it just took over. I quit Sephora in April of 2011.
I think so.
Yeah, in 2011. And I've just been doing bows ever since. And then April of 2012, we opened Boutique. And I guess the rest is history.
Okay, so you've been doing it for a year. It's, I mean, pretty successful. Like we said, two talented people, one tattooing, the other bow making. It's pretty cool. So now we keep hearing about this engagement story that we all need to go on YouTube and watch. But can we hear it from you guys? How it come about? Because I remember you guys had dinner with us for Thanksgiving, and the whole conversation came up. And I mean, we didn't see it coming. So
Me either.
Well,
So you go.
Did you have it planned during Thanksgiving? Did you know?
I had it planned. I knew I was going to marry her like soon. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. We're Dodger fans, so everybody stereotypically, if you're a Dodger fan, you wait for the kiss cam and you set it up and you propose. Well, that's boring. Like, I love the Dodgers, but everybody does it, and I didn't want to do the same thing that everybody else was doing. Luckily for me, the cool guy that I am, yeah, right. I'm just lucky that my dad was in a car club with the guy who owns this place called the Pink Motel on San Fernando Road. Right next door to it, there's a diner. It's called Cadillac Jack's, and he never opens it for anybody unless they're coming to film. Like a CeeLo Green video was filmed there, and a whole bunch of other shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I asked him if he'd do me a favor. I told him I was gonna ask my girlfriend to marry me, and would you allow me to use the diner? Before the word diner completely came out of my mouth, he said, "Of course, George. You can do whatever you want." And so he gave me free reign over the diner. You guys will see it in the video on YouTube. It's so cool. I mean, it's literally like they took a diner straight out of the 50s and didn't change it. It's been there since 1948, and it hasn't changed. I mean, it's amazing. But anyway, back to the proposal. I've always known that I've loved Elizabeth. I've always known that I wanted to marry her from the day I met her. I mean, it was, like I said, I was an asshole, and I dated a few girls when I was in high school, and I wouldn't think twice to do anything with them, quote unquote, like kiss them or fool around. And when I met Elizabeth, it was different. It was really weird. It was I was so hesitant to want to kiss her, and so like nervous, and just I felt like I had to really impress her, and I don't know, it was weird. I was just super nervous, and later on I find out that she felt the same way. And anyway, mainly the reason I asked her to marry me now, obviously I love her. You can't really take a long time for these kind of things, because there's like a little bit of a limit. You know, girls get bored, and you gotta step up. You know, and my pops is 74. And you know, I want my kids to know my dad. I want them to know their grandfather. And before you can have kids, you know, we're pretty traditional. You got to get married first. So this is just the first step to have kids, pretty much. And obviously live the rest of my life with Elizabeth and make a bunch of bows and a bunch of babies. And, you know, just picture this head on a baby's body walking around covered in tattoos.
Not literally.
But not literally. Of course not. It's child abuse. But yeah, I mean, you guys can check the video out. It's on YouTube. Literally, just search. I don't really know it, but you can just search Cadillac Jack proposal or proposal. Proposal at Cadillac Jack
On Google.
On YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And all right. So now your side. I like hearing both sides.
My side
Yeah.
the whole night?
Proposal. Yeah. Like, what
Oh,
was he?
yeah.
Was he acting nervous? Did you see
was
something
so
coming?
nervous. I was so nervous.
But spaces in between like each thing. And space in between Cadillac Jack.
Yeah, space in between. So Cadillac Jacks.
Oh, and
no
Jack
S,
is
sorry.
just singular.
Like that?
Yeah, no.
would know us.
Okay, so Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see that well.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Oh,
wait,
proposal.
I forgot the L.
Proposal? Alright, so was he nervous?
Well,
Did he seem
leading
nervous?
up to it, he told me like a week before, don't do anything on Sunday. Like, it's your Christmas present. I'll take you out. Blah, blah, blah. You can't know anything. What do I wear? What do I wear? What are we doing? He wouldn't tell me anything. He was like, oh, just wear whatever you want. I wear jeans. And I asked, like, what, every day? What do I wear? What do I wear?
A week.
And he didn't tell me
I
anything.
just thought we were going to dinner.
And he was like, oh, we're just going to go get some food to eat. Don't expect anything big. And, like, the night before, we went to go see Brian Setzer. And
It was
while we were
awesome.
there,
Highly recommend it.
that was, like, my gift to him while we were there. He was like, babe, like, this gift trumps my gift. Like, don't expect anything. Like, we're just going to eat food. Like, totally downplaying the whole night. So I'm like, whatever. Who cares?
Extravagant.
But, okay. So we get up to Sunday. I don't think anything's going to happen. During the day, like, I went to the thrift store with his mom. We ran Christmas errands. We went to his sister's house, and she knew the whole thing, and his brother-in-law almost spilled it, but I didn't know, but I guess he almost did. And anyways, whatever. George is calling me, you have to be ready on time. You have to be ready on time. And he's never on time. He's always like an hour and a half late. Always.
And lazy.
And that's early.
Lazy.
So he's like making me be on time. So I already thought that was weird. And he just told me wear whatever, so I threw on my little Beetlejuice pants, and I did my hair, and we pretty much left. I had the nastiest nails. It was chipped green nail polish. So, whatever, we get
How do you
there.
notice the nails because of the ring, right? Because you're looking at the ring and you're like, shit, my nails look horrible.
Oh, it was so bad. I was scraping them off at Brian Setzer because they were chipped. Because I hate when they're chipped.
This is a bad habit of scraping the nail polish off. And then painting it 5 times a night.
Where did I leave off? Oh, so we get to that night. So Cadillac Jack's, or the Pink Motel, it's like 7 minutes away from the house, and we're driving there. And I'm like on my phone texting someone, and he's like, "Are the lights on at Cadillac Jack's?" I'm like,
And
"Oh,
we're like
whatever."
a mile away, like you can't even fucking see Cadillac Jack's.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm the worst actor ever.
But he's on the
I was
spot.
like, oh, are those the lights? Are those the neon lights? I should record this.
I'm like, I can't
And
see
she's like,
Dave.
what the fuck are you talking about? I can't even see the building yet.
So when we finally pass it, all the lights are on. He's like, the lights are totally on. I want to go see. I'm like, oh, whatever. They're just filming, like, because they film there all the time. That's all
All
it's
the
used for. He's like, oh, I want to go see. So when we pull in, I like start to get teary-eyed because I knew something was going on. And he starts filming, and I was crying. So I was like, we get inside, and he had everything set up. There were 2 plates, candlelit dinner, my favorite wine.
Wow.
And then his buddy Wilson, who is the production coordinator there, served us dinner. The kitchen doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Kitchen
right?
works. It's just not, they don't cook there because it's
Oh.
only for filming.
Yeah, it hasn't been used since like 1985 as like an actual diner.
Yeah.
So he had like food brought in, and his buddy served us, and we just ate dinner. We talked, and it was super sweet. Like I thought that was my gift, like a little intimate surprise date. And then he was asking me if I wanted dessert. And I was like, oh, he probably got something, and we're going to go out for milkshakes or something. Then he was like, I'm going to get up and change the music.
Totally gave it away.
As soon as he said that, I was like, oh my God, he's going to propose. But I kept eating. And then he left, and he came back, and if he didn't like get down on his way back, I was going to tell him, oh, babe, I thought you were going to propose right now.
So close to just fucking ruining it.
But he got down on one knee, and as he was getting down, like I see this swarm of people in like sweatshirts and all these images like come up to the window, and he asked me, will you marry me? And I thought that I said yes, because I immediately thought yes, but I started laughing and crying, and I didn't talk. So George stayed down on one knee with the ring open, and he had to ask me again, and then of course I finally answered and said yes, and all our friends came in, and I cried.
I'm gonna cry.
Every time I hug someone, and when I watch the video, I cry, and I don't know. It was just a perfect night. Like, I know everyone's night is perfect for them, but ours was just perfect. I don't know. I feel like we had the best story, and I'm not trying to belittle anyone's story, but it was just good.
It's good for us.
Yeah,
and
it was us.
And
Like,
that's
he couldn't
what
have
it's
done it better.
about.
Aww.
And that's and that's what it's about. And I think when like with this pod stream, what we try to do is bring people that have like some sort of life experience because people can relate. And like what you just said, you know, for you that was just perfect, you know, and for everyone else, it's going to be their situation is perfect. For us, me telling her we're going to Vegas and we're going to get married.
When's the wedding?
That's perfect. You know?
What we're doing.
And here's my ring. Hope you can see it.
It's blinding people.
Not flashy, but I gotta show it off.
So you guys 7 years together, right?
7 years.
Yeah.
What do you think is the strength in your relationship?
The strength in our relationship. We can get in the worst fight ever. Like the shit. I mean, we could yell at each other and want to chop our heads off. And an hour later, we're having sex, or you know, we're making up. So it's we're open with each other. If she smells bad, which she never does, but if she ever does, I would tell her immediately, babe, you fucking stink. You know, and I ask her to be the same way with me. Relationships all about, you know.
He's just very open.
It's all about trust, and it's all about I'm like that with everybody. It's not just the relationship.
So nobody take offense to
I'm that way.
Says.
Like if you're my friend, obviously if I don't know you, I'm not going to tell you stink. But if you're my friend, I'm open. I'll tell you because I care about you. You know. But our relationship's really, really tight and really strong. We've been together for so long because we're really open. Because you know we tell each other, you know, everything. I know everything about her, everything about her family. There's no hidden anything. Same way with me. And like we laugh and cry and fight, and you know what I mean. It's just when you have that person in your life. That's just kind of how it becomes, unless it's a shitty relationship. I mean, you just can't not help but that, you know, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's inevitable. I would think the same for you guys as well, you know?
Communication.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about that. My parents have been together for 30 years, and they fucking fight every single day.
Same
all
with
the
my
time,
parents, and they've been together for 42 years.
and they never fucking go out or do anything at all. And it's because there's a lack of communication. There's no communication in the relationship whatsoever. My dad's 74 years old, and my mom's 56, and I sit there and I tell my parents, like, why do you guys act this way? Let's talk about it. Let's, you know, as if I'm their psychologist, you know. It's a relationship is all about
communication,
trust, and communication.
And we have a lot of the same interests, like
a lot.
I mean, bands, music, shows, movies.
She loved cars before me, but then when she got with me, she knew about cars, and she could sit there and look at something without looking at an emblem and tell you what it was, or look at the size of the motor and tell you, oh, that's a high-performance carburetor, or whatever.
Giving me a little too much credit.
No, you know these things, but
so I mean, you guys were able to relate. There's that relation to it.
And on top of it, that's another thing. I would want to like stuff she was into, and she would want to like stuff I was into. It can't be we're only going to like what I like, and fuck that, and we can't like that, and you know, it's like we're friends, and I'm a Galaxy fan. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we really try. Like, we enjoy making each other happy. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it. You know?
I know.
Well, see, and I mean, you guys hit a good point. Like you said, most of the time you guys are 24/7 together, and I think that's one of the big things with relationships. You know, it's everybody always talks about, oh, you know, let's do this, and one stays at home and the other goes out. And unfortunately, I think that puts a big stigma. No, don't put me on camera.
I want to see you on screen.
I think that's a big stigma with a lot of relationships. That's where relationships grow apart. You know, like you said, she was into cars or whatever, but now she's into cars. My hand's all in the camera.
You need a tattoo right there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I haven't. I will.
What do you guys see future?
You see it? That's
Yeah.
her name right there on my
I
wrist.
didn't make him do that, by the way. That was
Surprise her
all
with that.
on him.
That's another thing that made her cry.
Everything makes me cry. Everything.
Make your girl cry in a good way. Be with her forever.
Is that's the George motto?
Yep.
He does it all the time.
In a good way.
Good way.
In a good way. Yeah.
what's the future? When's the wedding? Have you guys thought about that?
Well, we don't know a date, but we know we want to get married sometime in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to be that couple that's like engaged for 6 years and then they get married.
I'm 24.
We have a couple ideas, but
You're a
nothing
baby,
set in
dude.
stone.
Yeah, I'm 24 and she's 22. And obviously we want to go out and we want to have fun. But we're also very traditional and family oriented. So we're probably going to go to Vegas and get married in Vegas first and just have a lot of fun and go with, is it still going? Or?
Nah, it froze. Hold on, okay? I'll log off and log back on.
Oh, good, because I need to stretch my back.
Alright.
Oh.
Okay, let me...
Oh, my bad.
No, you're not. Let me stop and then rebroadcast it, okay, guys? You guys can still hear us. It's still recording. No, it's still recording. Like, they could see this, like, the hidden pictures. Alright, let me start again. I don't know why I did that. Like, they could still see. Hold on. So now you guys are going to get an image of me on the computer right now that we're broadcasting. Let's see, there we are. There's people walking behind us. We're at Starbucks. It's pretty fun. Let me see, let me bring it back up. Yeah, I need to check on Ustream. So send us questions. Send us questions that you guys want to ask them. You know, what's their favorite color? What type of cars do they drive?
Do we like anal?
Nice.
I don't know. I kind of tuned out for a second.
You always tune out when I bring up anal.
Nice.
You're out of control.
Yeah, just a little. Frozen again. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi. I don't know if we use too much Wi-Fi.
No, at the antique store in Santa Maria.
What about now? Am I still frozen? Let me see. Sorry for whoever's watching. First time we do it outside of the house, and even at the house we have technical difficulties. Alright, here. You see we're frozen. Alright, can you guys see us again? There we go. Okay, so yay for Vegas weddings. Alright, we're back. So what were you talking about?
I don't remember.
What were
Vegas wedding?
Vegas wedding. Oh yeah. Okay, so my best friend lives in Santa Maria and he's engaged as well, and they have a kid. He wants to get married, and I have another buddy that lives in Santa Maria as well who wants to get married. So we're probably gonna take like a threesome trip up to Vegas and get married.
like 3 couples?
Yeah, like 3 couples. And
3 couples gonna get married?
yeah.
Oh wow.
And I think we're just going to go out there and have fun. And then we're probably going to have my aunt. She's a landscape painter and has a really, really nice 1,800-acre ranch in Santa Maria near San Luis Obispo. And it's so gorgeous. Everything's green. It's so pretty. And her house is really nice. And we're probably going to have just a traditional Mexican-Italian wedding at her ranch. And
Whatever that means.
And invite everybody.
There's pizza and tacos.
Lots of people and lots of food. So.
And I also want a banjo player at the wedding.
Yeah.
Which is super Italian, Mexican traditional.
But yeah, I mean everybody's invited, and
you guys hear that?
Invited to the wedding.
Yeah, if you guys want to make a 3-hour trip from Los Angeles to Santa Maria, you're more than welcome to come hang out at the wedding and watch me cry. But
my bad dance moves.
Yeah, and Elizabeth's bad dancing.
I can't dance.
But that's all going to probably happen before the end of 2013.
Yeah.
For sure, we're going to Vegas mid-year, but it's all about money. Everything's about money. Everything revolves around money. You can be happy, of course, with no money, but you can't do the things you want to do without it. So, luckily our business is going really well. Tattoo business is going awesome. Hair accessory business is going awesome. So it's kind of one of those things that we're blessed to be able to afford to do the things that we want to do, but by far we're not making as much money as we'd like to. Obviously, you always want to make more money, but once we save up enough, we've got a little stash away, and then we're going to run away to Vegas, go to the Little White Chapel. But
Oh yeah.
So
my friend gave me the idea to go to, because we're all going to Viva Las Vegas. We're all going to trailer our cars out there, all our classics, and we know one of the promoters for that show, so we're thinking about asking her if we could get married on stage.
Just spill hard.
But hey, that's what this is for. I'm not a liar.
okay, so question. We'll get off the relationship topic. So trailer. No.
No.
Some people aren't.
And no, we're not from Santa Maria.
Adri Lou, reload your image. Because I think there's people still on. Let me see. I don't know why. There you are. There you go. It's just running slow.
Yeah,
See?
it's running slow.
Slow-mo.
He's like, what?
Look even chubbier in slow mo.
Shut up. Do not.
So, okay, classic cars. Why do you trailer them? Why don't you drive them across the trail?
I drive my classics everywhere, all the time. You're constantly seeing me on the side of the road, and that's one of the reasons why people trailer their cars to Vegas. Most of our cars have 350 transmissions, which are 3 speeds, and they're just not geared for the highway. I mean, you know, you're going 70 miles an hour, and your revolutions are way up there. Which mainly means you're going 70 and your car sounds like wah. So it's just not worth it. I mean, you know how far Vegas is. You know how deserted certain areas of, you know, the drive over there are.
It's just trauma.
And, yeah, it's just not a good idea. I wanted to drive my car out there. I was going to get it ready to make that drive. But my buddies all have cars that are just not up to it. There's no way. One of my buddies' cars will go 60 miles on a tank of gas. 60 miles. So
Really?
yeah, really. Yeah. Wow. He's got a tractor motor in it. It's a rat rod. It's insane. It's ridiculous. But that's the only reason. We fucking hate trailer queens. That's what we call them.
Well, yeah.
That's why Angel asked you because
You know,
he does too.
yeah, but we're going to fucking trailer our cars up there, and, 20 miles prior to Vegas, we're going to take them off the trailer and drive them there. So,
But it's not even a trailer queen because trailer queens are like pristine.
no, our shit's not pristine.
No.
You know?
No, none of our cars
They're
are
like
shiny
rat
at
rod.
all.
Yeah.
They're all loud as
I
fuck
think
and
that's what
rusty
a
as
trailer
hell.
queen is. It's like some pristine car that has
That you don't
no-
drive.
Yeah,
Like
no,
even
no,
the
no.
rubber on the tires is
Oh,
driving,
no.
you know?
No way.
No,
way.
he uses his
I
cars.
use my cars, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's why I ask. I have a friend, and he drives his truck all the time. He's gotten it broken down. And then there's a lot of people that, like you said, just never drive them. So that's why I ask. I'm just curious because you're a car guy.
Yeah, anybody that knows me knows they see me constantly in a different type of car, and I'm always driving it.
Well, how long have we known you to talk to you? Maybe like 8 months, 9 months?
Yeah.
And I think he's gone through like 4 or 5 different types of cars.
Already?
Yeah. I think he changes as many cars as Cindy changes hairstyle.
Yes.
That's a very good example.
That's a good one.
Like that.
Yep.
That's a good example.
I do have a
you
drug
nailed
habit and I
it.
love cars. That's what it is. My drug of choice is cars for
My
sure.
drug of choice is hair. And I don't have any now, so now it's makeup, which is
So this past, what was it? When did we go? Friday night?
Oh,
We could pull in.
yeah, downtown Disney.
We're trying to get a little closer. Right there. We took him to Trader Sam's, which obviously you guys know that's our second home, and we kind of convinced him to get season tickets or not season tickets.
Oh, everyone knows.
I'm sorry, it's not soccer. It's to Disneyland. So they're hopefully going to join the Neverlanders at a certain point. He liked the
You
drinks.
hear that, Neverlanders? We might get 2 members.
We have to decide on characters, which I've been thinking about ever since.
So that's something that happened in the past month and a half that we haven't been on. We've had 2 meets for the Neverlanders, and it's been fucking kick-ass. Like, the people that have become part of the group have really, I mean, it's a close-knit group now, and it's not a small group. It's 25 people, you know?
With
And
kids, so it's like 30, 35 of us.
I think we're out of the picture.
Oh,
This
wait.
is
Sit on my chair.
Oh, look, you can sit on my chair.
Oh, wait, go this way?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
There
we
you
were
go.
right.
There
I
you
thought
go.
you guys were
There
trying
you
to
go.
come this way.
So yeah, we become a family, and we have our next meet January 12th, which should be fun, and then January 11th we haven't posted it up, but it's one of those open like El Capitan movies where we're gonna try to do Peter Pan at 7 p.m. So I mean, everyone's welcome to come, but obviously like the Neverlanders, it's more important for you guys to be there. What else in our social lives happen?
Soccer starting in March.
Soccer starts March
We're very
2nd.
excited. As you guys know, we're huge Chivas USA supporters, and we've been off season since September, late September, early October. So it's starting back up. So you will hear a lot of soccer talk. So we're excited.
Chicago games are awesome.
Yeah.
And
With
one-
our first soccer game.
The first season opener is the day before my birthday.
Yeah, no, we'll be there for sure.
That's off the group.
Yeah, so everybody enjoys it. And then we got a new coach. His name's El Chelis. It's this Mexican dude that's like fucking smokes on the field. And for the MLS, I mean, it's not something they want to see. It's not family friendly in a sense.
He's kind of like he was meant to be a Black Army member.
Yeah.
He's just badass and raunchy.
And he dresses really nice.
And he tells you the truth, and he doesn't care if he hurts your feelings. And that's what we all learn, like real life.
Yeah.
You know, we'll tell you how it is, and that's how this new coach is. So I'm pretty stoked.
So someone brought up like with the Chivas USA, the new coach. Our team, like everybody hates our team. We are hated in MLS. Anybody that follows the league knows that our team is just like the black sheep. I mean, that's why we're the Black Army. And it's funny because our three last coaches have been fucking GQ dressed soccer players or soccer coaches. Chelis dresses really well. What's the last name? Robin Fraser dressed really well. And then Martin Vasquez dressed really well. So, I mean, I guess it just goes with the territory about being a GOAT. But that's something big for our social thing. Tula and Dizzy have been sleeping in their own beds now, which is pretty exciting for us. We get nookie time by ourselves.
A king size bed. You know how awesome that is? They've had sex in like our own bed for 3 years.
Yeah, like by ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's people in there, but they're not people that are
just the
included.
shower and the couch and the floor
And the office chair, and the kitchen, the bathroom sink, and the toilet.
It's everywhere. In
You know what? It's funny. It's never the car.
Never.
Because I'm scared.
Have you guys been in the car?
Between the ages of 17 and 20.
Now?
Until you moved in with me.
Oh yeah.
The car?
Yeah.
You don't have to now because she's living with you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm just scared that some cop's gonna flash the flashlight and see my ass in the air.
Oh, I was
I'm
scared
gonna get
every
arrested.
time.
Like,
Really?
I don't.
Oh yeah. You have it like.
You guys never got caught?
Did you? No.
I've always tipped my windows on
Yeah,
all
but
my
we
cars.
we'll put up like a shirt with like the visors,
Okay.
the sun visors.
Yeah.
We like try and make it as private as possible.
That's not fun though.
I know it is. It's still like.
It's so
I'm
exciting.
scared. Like I don't want to get
You see the
arrested.
car going like this?
And like before, like I had nothing to lose. Like now, can you imagine like my mom having to bail me out because she can't because she's got to watch the girls and my ass is in jail? Like no, I just don't want to.
Can you go to jail? Anybody, a cop out there, can you go to jail for getting caught
It's
having sex in
indecent
public?
exposure.
Decent exposure.
Wait, you're not exposing yourself. You're in your car. Really?
But you can
I
be
think
seen.
as long
You
as
can
you're
you can
not,
get
like-
caught for indecent exposure being in your own house.
True.
If your
Really?
if your door's
your
open
window's
and your
open
screen,
and you're,
you
like,
can see
showing
through
too
your
much?
screen or through your window. Go to jail.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not walking around
That's why
naked
we have
anymore.
blinds.
Yeah, I hate blinds.
Dude, my cousin was behind his screen door in his underwear, like boxers. Fully, well, you know that's considered dressed.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah,
in his
yeah.
house with boxers
Well,
on.
they're like
And
swim
he
trunks.
went to jail for indecent exposure, and he had to fight. What's that law called? Megan's law, like child
Really?
molester status. Yeah, because he had a dick neighbor that was like,
Pun intended.
he's like 20 years old.
There's one of our Neverlanders. I just watched the lights and then see this steamy window.
Oh, that's Shauna, huh?
I would never arrest two lovebirds. See?
See, but how do you know they're lovebirds? How do you know it's not like some prostitute in the guy? No, I'm being serious. I'm
Because
asking you.
we're being positive here.
Like, you know, like, that's really awesome, Shauna, and I'm glad she's a Neverlander and we got a cop in our group, but like,
Oh yeah?
how do you know if they're lovebirds? You know, like, it could be some prostitute.
Who's the police officer?
Dish. Ani.
Shawnee?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Her
We just got a
brother's
warning.
her brother's a police officer as well.
Oh, Brayshaw got a warning. Nice. How awkward was that? No warning for you guys.
I'd be super awkward because I'm butt naked when we have sex in the car.
See, like, I wouldn't be, I don't
He
know.
just wears
It's
his
just,
beanie.
Just the beginning.
I'm too scared. I'm too scared. Well, at least we know we can have sex around Shauna.
I can't even do it anymore. My back is like jacked up. That's exactly why we stopped.
Not because I moved in.
I have a 12.5 millimeter herniation in my back. Like if you tattoo and you tattoo constantly, you're gonna have a fucked up back.
Really?
And and then lifting weights didn't help either. Like,
well, yeah, I
think
would figure
stunned
that's
my
what it would
growth or
be.
something. Yeah, I totally stunned
tall,
it.
though.
Yeah, but yeah, my back's totally messed up. It's like
You can tell.
it's like missionary all the way. Unless I had a few drinks and I'm feeling kind of adventurous, then I'll get up and I'll do the
shower.
Yeah, it's like this. You hold one hand behind your back and you hold the book like that.
That's all you're gonna get.
That's all she's getting.
Wait, look at that one.
What the hell?
That's awesome. We'll talk about it more. Yeah, we gotta hear those stories. Most are nasty.
I don't look like a hooker.
We'll talk about that. What else do you guys want to talk about? We could just chit chat about anything.
You guys can send us questions. This is the end of the year, so next year brings new things, new ideas, new adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have lots of new stuff coming.
I have lots of crazy ideas, but my follow through sucks. So
You're just a
I'm
vegan
the same way.
we're big time procrastinators because
He's bigger.
I want to be.
Yeah, are you?
I want to like have a
Yeah.
Oh, big time, like crazy. I
Do you-
can't
do you
believe we
ever
have a
try to break
shop. I mean, I have kind of with the shop and like a few other things, like the T-shirt thing. I didn't think I was ever gonna do that. It was always like, hey, look at my drawings, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Artists are their worst critics. You know what I mean? I have the most ideas in the world. Like, I want to have a TV show, and I want to fucking have you guys on our TV show, and this and that. But well, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'll give you an example. This again, the Snowball, the sex toy microphone. We bought it when Tula was born. A month after Tula was born, I kept telling Cindy, I started listening to Kevin Smith, the podcast, and I was like, him and his wife do a podcast, so I was like, let's do something, blah, blah, blah. I went out, bought this, sat in the office for 2 years. 2 years. Izzy is going to be 2 now, and we've started doing this. I understand you. I have ideas.
Dude, and it's like way worse for me though, because I have a buddy. You'll see the video on YouTube. Who's a videographer, and he fucking like does production style like filming, like amazing editor. He's great. And then I've got producer friends, and it's like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I just go do it? You know what I mean? It's like my foot's not completely in the door yet, but I rang the doorbell. I just haven't walked through. You know what I mean?
He needs like a stranger to like get on him.
I
get on him and just like, oh babe, whatever. Do this or do that.
Yeah. It'll happen. Probably be 30 by the time it happens.
2013 we have a lot of stuff coming up.
Yes.
Do you guys talk about any stuff? Or no? Is it like all top secret? Or you guys have to kill everyone?
Some of it's top secret. One of the things we are doing though is we're turning Botiki into an art gallery, and it's gonna be like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory style. Like
we're gonna lick the walls.
We're only gonna be open once a month, and once a month it's gonna be like a big ordeal. We're gonna have bands and live music and same shit. We're gonna have vendor spaces, all the artists, including these 2 talented people and everybody else we know. The tight-knit little Instagram community. There's a lot of artists that we're all friends with, and we're gonna ask them if they'd like to take part in our art gallery, and it's gonna be cool. We'll have wine and cheese and like the stereotypical style and beer, and but we're gonna close down the whole alley right next to our shop and the back portion. Spooksy Blue Art. Of course, we already carry her artwork at our shop. But now it's actually going to be, you'll be able to buy her original pieces if she wants to do that, her prints as well. I'm also going to hit up other, bow makers and hair accessory makers, and it's not only going to be actual paintings and art. We'll have each bow maker at the end of the month have made like a frame with high-end bows, like $50 or whatever they're going to charge, you know what I mean? and that's going to happen once a month. It's going to be cool. It'll be at the same time that Granada Hills has their food truck night, which is either Wednesday or Friday.
It's both Wednesday and Friday.
So it'll probably be a Friday.
Ticket Friday.
And after you guys come see our art gallery and our exhibit and all the vendors, it's going to be like a little mini art walk. Then you can, after we're done, you can go down to the food truck night and have a bunch of awesome food.
So this is going to be at your shop?
Wow.
So be at the shop.
Well, the gallery will be in
completely
the shop,
converted.
but then
Everything's going to come out.
That's where all the vendors are going to be.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What time is this around? Like what month?
In a few months, we have to get it. Yeah, I mean,
well, it would be.
What's stopping us is the city. We need to make sure that it's okay with the city because we need to pull permits to close down the actual alley to have that space for all our vendors and live music and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Cool. Maybe like March. But once it gets started, we would want it to be a yearly thing, like
once a year. Or
no, once a month.
Once a month. Okay.
But throughout the entire year.
Okay,
like,
that's awesome.
Come rain, come shine.
Yeah,
Wow.
it'll be cool.
Where's your shop?
Our shop's located in Granada Hills. The address there is 10711 Balboa Boulevard, Granada Hills, California.
I like it. Cool. How often are you guys open? Are you guys there 24/7?
Oh, we were until
we're there.
We're gonna try and change
We're there 24/7. I'm there by appointment only, and now we're only going to be there once a month. I already have my clients, and if my clients introduce other clients and it's word of mouth and you have my number already, then yeah, you can call me and set up an appointment and I'll be there.
Yeah,
but
he's still gonna tattoo.
But it's only once a month that we're going to be open for walk-ins. For basically, it's only going to be circled around art and any style, any form, any medium.
Nice.
That'll be cool.
That's very exciting. It's always exciting. Like when we talk about, you said something big about the Instagram community, and I mean that's something huge. We meet a lot of people from Instagram, and we enjoy it. And I mean, I'm a huge proponent of social networking. I think social networking is awesome. Today, someone had posted a while back that they bought a Dory, and I was like, oh, my wife buys a Dory, and we couldn't find the shop to get hair dye. So I was like, oh, you're in their area. Can you tell me where to find this? And she right away gave me shop names and stuff like that. So again, social networking puts people together like that. It's freaking awesome. Right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's amazing.
Sorry, I'm reading
I've met so
everybody's
many
comments.
amazing people this entire year because of Instagram. Like tons of people.
What do you think is the difference between MySpace, Facebook, and Instagram? Like, why do you think Instagram brings people closer?
Because you get to know them on a personal level.
I don't know, because we're sitting right next to Zombie Mama, who we met on MySpace. So I think they're kind of the same, very similar. They all have the same idea.
To Instagram.
I think, I think social network in general, I belong to a whole bunch of different type of car forums. Like when I need to know something that I don't know about a motor, there's forums just like Instagram but for cars. And you meet people who you buy cars from on the forums and you get knowledge from them and they end up becoming your friends. So I always say that all our clients are also our really good friends because we go out with them all the time. They come to our shop, they hang out. Even if they don't spend money, we find ourselves hanging out with them all the time. And I think our clients / friends really, they know who we are because we're buddies. And I don't know, I think they're all pretty similar.
Yeah.
I mean, I think each one's getting better than the other, for sure, because nobody uses MySpace anymore. Hardly anybody uses Facebook. There's a reason why Facebook bought Instagram.
Because it's fake. Yeah.
So,
And what's cool with social networking and aspects like that, you get to like completely eliminate assholes.
Oh yeah.
True.
Someone you don't like, bam, they're done. You don't have you met him, you interacted with them, and then that's it. So I think that's what's great in the sense. There's a lot of people that will tell you like social networking is the end of the socializing, but I think it just makes it better because it makes your group of people you are going to automatically connect with. You guys, I mean, we've never met in person before, but I mean, off the bat, we just connected. You didn't have to go through this awkward phase of like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Straight to business.
Yeah, Instagram's so visual though. Like
it is.
That's what I like about it.
Like not everyone, but most everyone's like a visual learner, a visual person. So then when you see
That's
like
what
their
I like
interests and
about
what
it.
they look like and all that.
Because with MySpace and like Facebook, like it was just status updates.
Yeah.
It was, you know, oh, I'm mad today, or I'm sad today. And like, it didn't touch home like if I saw a picture of someone that I follow, fine. You know, then I'd be like, well, dude, what the fuck is wrong? You know, and I want to get to know that person and try to help them with their issue because I care, because I've been following them, and that's how it is with like me. Like, I think the biggest thing is just personal life, other than, you know, my business life. Like, everyone has seen the girls grow up, and that's where it's a big connection because they feel like they know them. They've seen them go through birthdays. They've seen them through milestones, from talking to dancing and they get to see all that and relate to it, and they're like a part of it, and they feel connected. They feel like they know us, and that's the biggest thing. You know, that's what I like about it.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I like it. I like social networking. I think it's awesome, and like you said it before, you guys don't have like a 9-to-5 job. It's a way to socialize with people and meet people without having to go out there and actually meeting people. You know, and then you cut them off of your life. Someone's talking about spam. You know how you avoid spam? Stop hashtagging.
Yeah.
And watching porn.
No, porn not on Instagram.
I mean, hashtags are fine. You know, like we hashtag I Love Zomby. We hashtag.
But when you do 40 hashtags,
but if
that's
you're hashtagging mascara, lip liner,
then that's why you
Converse,
get the spam.
Plug, hair dye. Then that's where you get the spam because. You know, like if you notice people that hashtag Etsy will spam the shit out of your fucking IG. Like, so that's where
dropping knowledge right now.
I had no idea what hashtagging was until about a month ago.
Really?
2 months ago, yeah.
I think it's great. I think it works. Like for example, our Neverlanders meet. We hashtag each team, and then we could count the pictures a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. You know, it's cool. But well, like you said, when you're hashtagging follow me, then everybody that just is on there, I mean, but no, it's true. I mean, you're putting it out there, you know, and I mean, and it's whenever someone like George always is blunt, you know, it's him not being. I'd rather have him be blunt and tell you how it is, so that way you fix it, than you keep being an asshole or a douchebag and not know how it is, you know. And I think,
He's super blunt.
And that's ultimately what it's supposed to be about, and. That's how you eliminate people, and I think that's socially how it gets better, in a sense. We could talk. What do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. We can talk about anything.
Sushi. It's on my mind right now. I want it so bad.
Right now. Where do we eat again?
Kyoto
Sushi in Northridge, California. $20 before 3 o'clock. All you can eat. Fucking amazing fresh fish.
He's just watching the clock right now.
So good,
like,
yeah.
You gotta go before 30.
Oh yeah.
You gotta go before 30.
Oh yeah. We're going before I tattoo you for sure.
Wait, what?
What were you
going to sushi?
I guess you like sushi.
I don't know. Something that happened recently that was pretty gnarly and sad was the whole thing in Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. I cried. We cried.
Yeah, we cried.
Are you guys gun people or no?
I've got mixed emotions on that. I think that it's happened too many times, in too many different places. It's definitely not something that can be prevented. I don't think you can't fix someone that's crazy. You know what I mean? They're crazy. They're crazy. Everybody can grab a gun. Everybody can grab a knife. Everybody can figure out how to make a bomb. If you're crazy, you're crazy. My mom made a valid point about maybe there being a psychological census to actually figure out who needed help. I don't know how they would go about doing that, but
yeah, but the crazy people can play, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's just
there's no way to fix
evil's
it.
evil and good's good, and so we wouldn't have good without evil, and it sucks.
Well, then someone said that. I mean, you're always going to have crazy motherfuckers out there. Like that's just what it is. I think one of the big things that happens with situations like this that I'm against is the news, how they promote it.
100%.
How they blow his name out there, and it turns into a celebrity status.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it turns into a social networking thing.
100% agree with you.
I think the news, our news now, is something that's bad, not something people should watch to obviously show them that, hey, you know what, we don't care about that stuff. It happens, cool. Let's not glorify what he did in a
I
sense.
try not to watch things. Well, there's this article. I'm sorry.
No.
There's this article. This was on Columbine, so this was years back. It was an article that I read, and it was the newscaster, and she picked this guy that happened to be in the school when this happened, and she asked him, well, sir, do you think it's TV and movies and video games and music to blame for what these boys did? And she was, she mentioned Marilyn Manson and all those movies and stuff, and he was like, to be honest with you, no, it's not movies and video games and music, it's media, it's you guys, because you're blasting these guys all over the news. That's how they got famous. So you fulfilled what they were going through. It was you. Obviously, they didn't air that interview, and they ended up blaming it on Marilyn Manson and all this crap.
This has been going on though forever, from the beginning of time. I mean,
Like what? Crazy people?
Well, just bad guys in general. In the 20s, bank robbers, and
but see, I think the problem is again the whole media aspect of it is they promote fear. They push the fear. So like right now we're hanging at Starbucks. Are we afraid someone's gonna come in here and just start blasting all of us? Like I don't, because I can't live that way. I don't let the media accept. But there's people out there
I'm a different kind of animal. I've always got a knife on my belt, and my dad was an E5 sergeant in the Army for several years, and I was brought up a little differently.
But it doesn't stop you from going
It doesn't.
out.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just ready for a situation if it was to happen. It's in the back of my mind, and it's always sitting there.
You're prepared.
There's so many people that prevented so many other people from dying in so many of these things, like Columbine and what happened in Connecticut and so many other things. And I feel like I would have been one of those people, and
like to prevent it.
To try to help prevent it. But you never know. You don't know what you're gonna do or what's gonna happen until it happens. And I think everybody should be ready for it. And but I don't think you should live in fear.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
I totally agree with you on that aspect.
I mean, what I mean is just something so simple.
Yeah.
It was raining yesterday. We get Stormwatch 2012.
Yeah.
It's fear of rain. There's hailing in Granada Hills or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's that fear, and So I think that's the bad thing, and
I
I
remember
think
when it was
that's
raining like crazy at the beginning of the year. Remember, there was like a huge storm, and there was actually hurricane warnings for Los Angeles.
Oh,
and I was what? Like hurricane warnings? Really? They're prepared for the worst, but they're not preparing us the right way. They're just scaring the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. So the whole thing that happened in Connecticut was very unfortunate, and it's something that the world, not just the country, felt. There was like visual. How do you say that word? Visuals. Yeah, in like Russia and Germany and stuff for it.
Yeah.
It killed me.
I mean, it's kids.
It killed me because we had children. I don't want to cry because I couldn't imagine like those parents Christmas Day and seeing their kids' gifts under the trees. Can you imagine?
The gun situation. I mean, I asked you that. How do you feel about the gun situation? I think there should be, in a sense, I don't think guns should be banned because guns don't kill people. It's people that kill people.
Agree. 100%.
I think there should be a better sense of gun control. I mean, we drive a car. You need a license to drive a car. You need a test. With gun, do you have gun license?
I don't. My father does.
Do you need like that type of stuff?
Not really. I mean, it's a 10-day. It's almost like taking a written test for your driver's license. It's super easy, and you can get your gun in 10 days. Yeah.
So there's not like a psychological.
They do like a background check.
But they don't do like a psychological.
Have you been in jail, like that kind of background?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but there should definitely, like you said, be a psychological test. There should be an actual firing range test.
Yeah,
I think everyone should have a gun.
I'll give you an example. See, and I mean, I've thought about it. Like I'm not a gun person, but I've thought about that. Like, hey, you know what? I should learn how to use a gun just to prepare myself.
Definitely.
But I think it's Australia. They do a 6-month period where they do psychological tests, and then you get your license. And you have to have gun training and all that stuff. I'll give you an example. We have someone close to us. They got a gun recently, and the first thing they told us was like, "Oh, do you want to see my gun? It's cool." And it's like, no, I don't want to see your gun. Like, that's not what it's about. And I'm like, oh, you got training on it? No, I've never shot a gun before. What?
No, he bought this gun. He bought this gun, I guess, to protect his household, he told me. And when he's like, do you want to see it? And I mean, I've never held a gun, so yeah, I was curious. I wanted to see it, and he takes me to his bedroom and he pulls out the biggest shotgun I have ever seen in my life. It weighed more than I did. And I was like, why do you need a fucking shotgun? And he's like, to protect my house. And I'm like, have you shot this fucking thing? Because I've seen like movies when you like shoot small guns, like, when your hand goes back. So can you imagine with a shotgun? I'm like, how are you this man's coming at you with a knife trying to murder you, and like, you're gonna have time to pick up this shotgun and point it at him? Like, it's ridiculous. If you're gonna protect your house, you buy the simplest fucking gun, because it's still gonna do the same damage as another gun is, And it just felt like he bought it to show off and to be cool, and that's not the right reason. That's exactly my point on to why it's so stupid to just pick up and buy a gun for being cool. You know?
So I think that's what a lot of it is. And then I was talking to my, you guys have seen pictures of him on Instagram. I call him Mr. Pimp. He basically, I grew up with him around, and we were talking the discussion about it, and he said it's the parents too, like with kids. And I think that a lot, and unfortunately it's not. I think it's society that falls into it again. Things, the economy and all that stuff. People have to work 2 jobs. Kid doesn't get enough attention. What happens? Stuff like that happens. Mm-hmm. So there's. I love my guns.
I was just trying to read that.
That sounds like from going from Columbine. I love my guns.
Before they issued a real one in the academy, so why not have this?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I mean, that's fair.
Ooh, I like that question right there.
Which one?
I know you guys aren't religious, but do you have any beliefs in a higher being? That's a good question.
I mean, we don't.
Yeah, I was raised Catholic. Like, we used to go to church all the time, and then she was raised a few different type of religions. I mean, they kind of changed their minds. But
I was raised everything at one point.
I don't think. I know we don't have any type of religious beliefs, but if we were to kind of lean more towards a certain belief, it would probably be towards Christianity. There being one God, no saints, none of that crap. Just one God.
A higher power.
Yeah, higher power. I'm a science guy. I'm a facts guy, and I believe that we evolved, and there's proof. There's no chalice. There's no God's golden cup. You know what I mean? There's just.
She didn't come off your rib?
What's up? Yeah, it's total bullshit. I mean, I think I'm almost 100% sure that religion was sought up by man to keep the masses from going crazy. That's what it was.
The media?
It just everyone. Everyone. There was. I guess you could say there was media back then, but. Yeah, because if we didn't say again, yeah, exactly. I don't know. You don't know, because there's things in our ocean that we've never even seen. You know what I mean? There's I think we've explored 3%. Is it 3% of our world's ocean? That's crazy. 3%.
We're 75%.
Yeah, something really, really minimal, and it's just nuts to think about what's out there. If I could throw this phone as hard as I could, and I was strong enough to throw it for it to go as far as I wanted to, it would not stop. It wouldn't hit anything. It'll just keep going. So you never know what's out there. But like I said, I don't know. I think there's something, but I couldn't tell you what. Like I said, I believe more in science, But I'm not a Scientologist.
Well, because that's not what a Scientologist is.
Yeah.
Scientologists believe in planets and stuff.
Right.
And aliens.
I think religion, too, is also way too judgmental.
Big time. I hate that shit.
Which I experienced a lot, like, growing up. I was always, like, judged. I don't know why. Like, I didn't have tattoos when I was 13
judging me because I believe in science.
Shut up. But I don't know, and it was always negative for me when I was younger, because I didn't like the way that it made me feel. I didn't like how church people thought, what they thought of me. I always had heavily tattooed brothers. I always had big hair. I mean, I don't know. Church wasn't for me, and then you start thinking things, and one thing leads to another, and you're like,
You
oh
start
wow, I really
questioning.
don't need this.
And that's what's great about our society is these guys, the computer, the internet. I mean, you have a question, just go on here. You're gonna get 100 different answers. 100, yeah. That sexiness.
Can you shape it again?
Yeah.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. This morning.
All right, guys. We'll do like questions for 5 minutes. The guys that are watching. 2013 is coming in 2 days. It's been an awesome year, like we said. Through IG, we've met a lot of great people. Our regular families are. That's like, dude, you so look like the guy from Fall Out Boy.
Yeah. Wait, do it again.
Wow, dude.
Like one with
do you
bigger cheeks.
Do you know Ashley Simpson?
Yep.
No.
Have you met Ashley Simpson before?
What's
I
his
met
name,
Jessica
guys?
Simpson.
The guy from
Pete Wentz.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Wentz.
That was creepy.
Yeah. No, wait, don't
You
take
guys
it out.
both saw it at the
We
same
have
time.
we have Pete Wentz. He came in.
Yeah.
Pete,
Just tell me that's
how's
the
Fall Out Boy been?
How's their vacation been?
Pete, can you please talk to us, Pete Wentz? How's Fall Out Boy been?
How's one of their songs go?
Oh my
my
god, I
You
don't know.
got to remember your songs.
I don't know any of those songs.
What happened with the relationship with Ashley Simpson? Why'd you guys divorce?
Used to have a fetish where she'd stick her large nose in my butt and she would suck me off and she cut her nose off. So
Did she really?
Yeah.
That ended
that
the
was
marriage.
it. Not into that.
Okay, Pete. Where's Fall Out Boy been? The other guy, the guy with the glasses.
I don't know any other names, babe.
God, how do their songs go? I know one.
I don't know.
Anybody? Lyrics for is George? He's tatting her. Toss his lyrics and George will sing. He's been on break too long. Well, back to 2013 with Pete Wentz, Patrick Stump.
Is that his name?
That's the lead singer of Fall Out Boy.
Dance
Dance. No, that's
How does it go?
That's not Dance Dance. Dance Dance was the other band. El Disco something.
I can
Electronica.
YouTube a song.
Yeah, I know. No, don't YouTube it.
Oh.
So 2013, back
Panic
to
at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco.
Oh, that's, yeah.
So
Wait, was that a
back to
band?
family, yeah.
Oh.
Our Black Army family, whoever watches, love you guys. Our new Neverlanders family, you guys, the IG family we've built and we have. I mean, you guys are all awesome. Thank you guys for always watching. We haven't been consistent the last month, but I tell you guys why. If you guys see my store, there's shelves. People are buying shelves now. They're 50% off.
We'll be back on the regular.
Yeah.
Starting January, and I just want to go out of my way and thank all my supporters for Zombie Girl. I know I don't talk a lot about business on here because I don't like mixing business with pleasure, but thanks a lot. It means everything to our family. So keep it up. And I will too.
Can't stand this Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, I know it is. It is. Now that someone posted about the guy with the antlers, I remember. And Pete Wentz, you would like throw your guitar and spin it around.
Oh,
And you
yeah,
have
I used to do that.
that bat on your stomach. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. You took it off? You changed it?
Changed it.
Okay, good. Thank you guys. We'll say, I don't know, you guys, last words before we're off.
Well, thank you guys for having us, inviting us. That was nice. We had fun. Thanks for watching. I got a lot of pictures sent to me, so thank you.
Anything, Pete?
Nope.
Okay.
Sushi.
Sushi.
Oh my God.
Sushi and tattoos.
Sushi and tattoos, as always.
Drive fast with your ice codes.
And fuck the galaxy.
Happy New Year. Bye.